Ruth Avery. I teach second grade at Mount St. Mary's in Grass Valley, and this is the 4th year that we have participated in the wonderful program called Saluting New Leaders, and our children are excited to be for you today.
There is a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And in that house, there is a bed, a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreamy child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that child, there is a dog, a dozing dog, and a dreaming child on a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that dog, there is a cat, a snoozing cat, and a dozing dog, and a dozing dog, and a dreaming child on a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that cat, there is a mouse, a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, and a dozing dog, and a dreaming child on a snoring granny on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that mouse, there is a flea candid flea, a wakeful flea, on a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. A wakeful flea who bites the mouse, who scares the cat, who claws the dog, who thumps the child, who bumps the granny, who breaks the bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. In the napping house where no one now is sleeping. Thank you for letting me listening to you read.
My name is Honor and I'm going to read the Polar Express. On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle my sheets. I breathed slowly and silently. I was listening for a sound a friend had told me I'd never hear, the ringing bell of Santa's sleigh. There is no Santa, my friend had insisted, but I knew he was wrong. Late that night I did hear sounds, not of ringing bells. From outside came the sound of hissing steam and squeaking metal. I looked through my window and saw a train standing perfectly still in front of my house. It was wrapping in an apron of steam. Snowflakes fell lightly around it. A conductor stood at the open door of one of the cars. He took a large pocket watch from his vest, then looked up at my window. I put on my slippers and robe. I tiptoed downstairs and out the door. "Holy Lord!" the conductor cried out. I ran to him. "Well," he said, "are you coming?" "Where?" I asked. "Why, not to the North Pole, of course," was his answer. "This is the Polar Express." I took his outstretched hand, and he pulled me aboard. The train was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate candies with nugget centers as white as snow. We drank hot cocoa as thick and as rich as melted chocolate bars. Outside, the lights of towns and villages flickered in the distance, and the Polar Express raced northward. Soon there were more lights to be seen. We traveled through cold, dark forests where lean wolves roamed and white-tailed rabbits hid from our train as it thundered through the quiet wilderness. We climbed mountains so high it seemed as if we would scrape the moon, but the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys like a car on a roller coaster. Thank you for listening to me read. If you would like to hear the ending, please check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Taylor and I'm reading The Best Pet. Now that you have your own job, you can have your own pets, said Dad. Let's get them now, said Rex and Lily. Dad, may I have a dog? Asked Rex. A dog is the best pet. No, Rex, not a dog, said Dad. A dog is too much trouble. Dad, may I have a cat? Asked Lily. A cat is the best pet. No, Lily, not a cat, said Dad. A cat is too much trouble. How about a bird? Asked Lily. A bird can be the best pet. No, not a bird either, said Dad. Too much trouble. No dog, no cat, said Rex. Then what pet can we have? Fish, said Dad. Fish are the best pets, and they are not too much trouble. I like the yellow fish, said Lily. I like the blue fish, said Rex. Lily put her fish in the tank. Rex put his in too. The fish swam and swam. Is that all they do? Asked Rex. A week later, Lily said, Look, Rex, look at all the fish. Wow, said Rex. Fish are the best pets, said Rex, and we get more all the time, said Lily. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Casey Martinson, and I'm going to read you chapter 1, I Am Ash. And Nidorino begins the battle with a horn attack. Oh, but Gengar bounces right back. The TV announcer blared the details of the Pokemon fight. The two creatures were battling in a Pokemon gym. Gengar was a mean-looking ghost Pokemon with glowing red eyes. Nidorino was a tough-looking poison-type Pokemon with a sharp horn on its forehead. Ah, there it is, the hypnosis power of Gengar. Gengar clapped its hands together. Pulsing waves flowed from its hands and surrounded Nidorino. Nidorino swayed, captivated by the hypnosis power. It fell to the ground with a thud. This could be the end of Nidorino. A tall man stepped out into the gym floor. He held a red and white ball the size of an orange, a Pokeball. The ball opened and Nidorino disappeared into the ball with a flash of light. Wait, here comes Nidorino's trainer. He's recalling Nidorino. Now he can send out another Pokemon to battle Gengar. Now the trainer held a new Pokeball. With a great thrust, he threw the ball into the ring. Which Pokemon will he use now? The Pokemon battle raged on. Ash Ketchum watched the fight on his bedroom TV. Someday he would be on TV showing the world that he was a great Pokemon trainer. Someday soon, now that Ash was 10, he could get his Pokemon license. He could travel around capturing all the different types of Pokemon. 150 in all. He could use his Pokemon to battle against other Pokemon. Ash grabbed the toy Pokeball and he held it above his head. I am Ash, he cried. I will journey to gain the wisdom of Pokemon training. I hereby declare the Pokemon of the world. I will be the Pokemon master. I will be the greatest. Ash, get to bed. Ash's mom stood in the thank you for listening to me read. If you want to see how the story ends, you can check it out at your local library.
Hi, I'm Derek. Be curious. And the book I'm going to read is The Spooky Old Tree. 3 little bears. One with a light, one with a stick, one with a rope. A spooky old tree. Do they dare go into that spooky old tree? Yes, they dare. 3 little bears, one with a light, one with a stick, one with a rope. A twisty old stair. Do they dare go up that twisty old stair? Yes, they dare. 3 little bears, one with a light, one with a stick, and one with the shivers. A giant key. A moving wall. Will the 3 little bears go through the wall down? Do they dare go through the spooky old hall? Yes, they dare. 3 little bears, one with a light and 2 with the shivers. Great sleeping bear. Do they dare go over great sleeping bear? Do they dare? Well, they came into the tree. They climbed the stairs. They went. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to know how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Reyes. I will be reading today Dive. Chapter 1, down to the bottom. Would you like to visit the bottom of the sea? It's easy, just climb aboard a little submarine, take your seat, and let's go. The submarine dives down below the surface. At first, the water is bright blue. It sparkles in the sunlight. There are many fish. As the submarine drops deeper and deeper, the water gets very dark. The sun's rays don't reach this far. Fewer fish swim here. Finally, the submarine is 1 mile under the sea. The water is darker than the darkest night. Bump, bump! The submarine lands on the ocean bottom and shines a bright light. The sea floor is muddy. It's covered with fish bones and broken shells. The water, if you could feel it, is freezing cold. Very few plants and animals live here. How odd they look. They look like beings from another planet. Welcome to the weird and wonderful world of deep sea creatures. Chapter 2, Flashing Lights. The sea is black, but look closely and you'll see tiny lights darting this way and that. The lights come from the animals that live here. Most of these animals make their own lights from chemicals inside their bodies. The light acts like bait. It attracts prey or other creatures which the animals like to eat. The anglerfish. If you would like, thank you for listening to me read. If you would like to hear how the story ends, check it out at your local library. Nick Casey. I will be reading Frog and Toad together. One morning, Toad sat in bed. I have many things to do. He said, I will write them all down on a list so that I can remember them. Toad wrote on a piece of paper a list of things to do today. Then he wrote, wake up. I have done that, said Toad, and he crossed out, wake up. Then Toad wrote other things on the paper. There, said Toad, now my day is all written down. He got out of bed and had something to eat. Then Toad crossed out, eat breakfast. Toad took his clothes out of the closet and put them on. Then he crossed out, get dressed. Toad put the list in his pocket. He opened the door and into the morning. Soon Toad was at Frog's front door. He took the list from his pocket and crossed out, "Go to Frog's house." Toad knocked at the door. "Hello," said Frog. "Look at my list of things to do," said Toad. "Oh," said Frog, "that is very nice." Toad said, "My list tells me that we will go for a walk." "All right," said Frog, "I am ready." Frog and Toad went on a long walk. Then Toad, thank you for listening to me read. If you want to know how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Chandler, and I am about to be reading Frog and Toad Treasury, the Garden. Frog was in his garden. Toad came walking by. "What a fine garden you have, Frog," he said. "Yes," said Frog, "it is very nice, but it was hard work." "I wish I had a garden," said Toad. "Here are some flower seeds. Plant them in the ground," said Frog, "and soon you will have a garden." "How soon?" asked Toad. "Quite soon," said Frog. Toad ran home, and he planted the flower seeds. "Now seeds," said Toad, "start growing." Toad walked up and down a few times. The seeds did not start to grow. Toad put his head close to the ground and said loudly, "Now seeds, start growing." Toad looked at the ground again. The seeds did not start to grow. Toad put his head very close to the ground and shouted, "Now seeds, start growing!" Frog came running up the path. "What is all this noise?" he said. "My seeds will not grow," said Toad. "You are shouting too much," said Frog. "These poor seeds are afraid to grow." "My seeds are afraid to grow?" asked Toad. "Of course," said Frog. "Leave them alone for a few days. Let the sun shine on them. Let the rain fall on them. Soon your seeds will start to grow." That night, Toad looked out of his window. "Drat," said Toad. "My seeds have not started to grow. They must be afraid of the dark." Toad went out to his garden with some candles. "I will read the seeds a story," said Toad. "Then they will not be afraid." Toad read a long story to his seeds. All the next day, Toad sang songs to his seeds, and all the next day, Toad read poems to his seeds, and all the next day, Toad played music for his seeds. Toad looked at the ground. The seeds still did not start to grow. "What shall I do?" cried Toad. "These must be the most frightened seeds in the whole world." Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to know how this story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hello, my name is Maria, and I'm going to read Kenny and the Little Pickers. "Soccer starts today," said said Kenny's dad. Do you want to join the Little Kickers? Kenny said no. He felt too big and fat to play soccer. Kenny's dad said, let's go see. They drove to the field. Kids were getting t-shirts, red ones and green ones. One green one was left. Do you want it? Asked the coach. Kenny said no. Come on, said his dad. Come on, said the kids. Come on, said the coach. So Kenny put on the green t-shirt. Everyone ran down the field. Kenny was last. Everyone ran back. Kenny was last again. They kicked the ball between the cones. Kenny missed. The green team passed the ball back and forth. Kenny kicks the ball to a red player by mistake. Kenny went over to his dad. Can we go home? Can we please go home now? He asked. Try a little longer, said his dad. It's almost over. Let's try again, said the coach. Red t-shirts go here. Red t-shirts go here. Green shirts go there. The coach looked at Kenny. You look like a strong kicker, he said. Do you want to be a fullback? Kenny wanted to say no, but he didn't say anything. Kenny said, thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
My name is Kathleen, and I'm going to be reading Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, there was a prince who was so selfish and unkind that he and all who lived in his castle were put under a powerful spell. The prince was turned into a terrible beast. He would change back into a prince only if he learned to love someone and be loved in return. In a nearby village lived a beautiful young woman named Belle. She loved to read books about adventures and romance. Gaston the hunter followed Belle everywhere in town. He wanted to marry her, but Belle thought Gaston was bully. One dark winter day, Belle's father, Maurice, started off on a journey through the woods and lost his way. Maurice found shelter in a gloomy castle. There he was greeted by the beast's servants. The spell had changed them all into enchanted objects. Before long, Maurice was discovered by the beast. "What are you staring at?" roared the angry beast. Then he threw Maurice into a dungeon. Maurice's horse came home alone. "Where's Papa?" cried Belle. "Take me to him." Belle climbed on, and the horse galloped back to the beast's castle. The beast terrified Belle, but she tried to be brave. "Let my father go," she cried. "Let me take his place." The beast agreed, but only if Belle promised to stay in his gloomy castle forever. The beast's enchanted servants welcomed Belle, and tried to make her feel at home. Cogsworth, the mantel clock, Lumiere, the candelabra, and Mrs. Potts, the teapot. They knew that if Belle and the Beast would fall in love, the spell that lay over the castle would be broken. Little by little, the Beast grew kinder toward Belle. One day led her to his magnificent library. "It's wonderful," Belle gasped. "It's yours," said the Beast. Belle slowly grew fonder of the Beast and learned to. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to know how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Christopher. Today I'm going to read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice he needs a trim. So he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff his pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the picture, he'll get so excited he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for a paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator. Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that. He's thirsty, so he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are if you give a mouse and chances are if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. Thank you for listening to me read.
Reading!
What's red?
Reading!
And where do you go to school?